Ever since I was a kid, I've felt troubled when things become new or different. Having learned new concepts in classes, I felt like I lost something that was attached to not knowing the concept I now learned. For the sake of broadened thoughts, physical or tangible terms, let's take these ingredients for example. 1 clove of garlic, 1 yellow onion, some bell peppers, a few tomatoes, and 2 sausages. Right now, these are simply vegetables and some meat, but as I cut them up, add olive oil and salt, they become something else. They don't stay snack food, they become a meal. This meal will then go through my body and become a part of my own. What started as vegetables has now become myself. Take a sonic example. Alone, this is just a C natural. But when I add this one and add this one, it creates a C major chord. Now, what if I drop the E to be an E flat? Well, that becomes a C minor chord. Something about knowing that changes my knowledge of music, and I'll never not know that. These are both simple, mostly non-consequential examples. But what if we add something not as physical to the mix? Let's say you know nothing about biology, and you choose to improve your life with 1 semester in a biology class. You will no doubt learn about cellular and molecular biology. You will then have a better grasp of what it means when you pick your nose or touch a flusher on a toilet. Odds are, you'll learn a scary statistic or two about climate change. Maybe you'll brush up on ecology, and then you will think of the deep connection between us and the food we eat, and where the food comes from and its connection to where it came from. One thing's for sure, you will see the world differently than you did before. When I took my first biology class, I felt my world change, as I was vegan for almost a whole decade. I learned that although one prey might get eaten by a predator, that same prey could not have been born without the existence of the predator. My mind changed from, I am a human and over there is the world on the other side of the road miles away, to, I am a human and the world is right there. And the food I eat is a part of me and was a part of the dirt. And before that, it was a part of some other predator. You may have some sort of spiritual change too, an ideological shift to the way that you see a mountain or a stream, and if you're like me, you may even end up changing your own position on this planet. To me, this concept lives very much in the same neighborhood as Antony Levasor's famous position, matter is not created nor destroyed. So then, once you learn something with this new position, you should be feeling some kind of difference. To me, that is the feeling that you cannot go back to. The same way those ingredients cannot go back to being whole and not cut and on my plate. In other words, the plants were changed from one thing to another, not necessarily lost, just changed. All this to say, if something cannot be created nor destroyed, then creation and destruction is the same thing. According to biology, creation is seen as something like new cell development, which might mean a plant is getting a new branch or something like that, and destruction would be the death of cells or maybe the stopping of homeostasis. In addition, watch this bug get eaten by ants. We can see the nutrients or energy is being transferred, which brings the question, in which realm does this become problematic? If you ask me, climate change is where it becomes a problem. I think most people would say that new life is a good thing. However, if we calculate the climate impact that a new human life has on the environment, then no, it is not a good thing to have another one of us be brought into the world. This is because of the huge impact on resources that baby will use to exist and continue life. With new life means tons of single-use or used for a few months and then thrown out kind of products. And then one day that child will grow up and use more space with a house and products to fill that house. They will probably drive a car and fly in planes, which takes a massive amount of energy from the earth. However, it also means that child will experience love and connection and music and taste. And that baby will have the feeling of warmth in the shower on a cold morning in November. That child will go and get to see the wonders of life and watch animals in zoos and birds on branches. This whole thing, this whole video, and all my work in school has taught me that we doom over how big life is and how scary and wrong everything is. And I'm here to say, God damn it, it's okay to live and make mistakes. And although I believe, knowing what we know about climate change, it is our duty to help, I also believe that we need to be here and do things while we can. If that means we sit in a classroom for 3 years and talk about climate change in the art, writing, and science classes, great, go do that. But it can also mean that we spend thousands of our hard-earned money to see the world in the daytime and in the nighttime and walk museums while we decide to not feel guilty that we forgot to bring our reusable water bottle to Europe, so we buy plastic ones because we are thirsty. And my decision to quench my thirst is not going to solve climate change. I've come to believe that creation and destruction aren't opposites, but part of the same ongoing cycle. Life, in all its messiness, isn't about being right or wrong, or about getting everything perfect. It's just about being. Just as those vegetables, once chopped, became a meal, we too transform as we take in the world around us. Ideas, experiences, even mistakes. We change. We can't unknow what we know. But here's the thing. Yes, our existence does leave a mark. Our choices, whether it's having a child or flying across the world, carry weight. The earth, the air, the oceans, they all bear the impact of our decisions. Climate change is proof of that. But that doesn't mean we should collapse under the weight of guilt, because living and making those decisions is also part of what makes life worth it. Maybe the real question isn't should we exist, but how can we exist more thoughtfully? How can we live with awareness without drowning in the fear of what we're doing in the world? The truth is, we are both creators and destroyers. But the beauty lies in how we navigate that tension, in how we move through the world, knowing that to live is to participate in the constant, inevitable cycle of change. And that's okay. It's messy, it's imperfect, but it's life, and that's enough.